Ladies, gamers, and gentlemen, welcome to BelleNOiR YouTube channel. Today, after a long time, we have yet another cast for you, and this time it's going to be a Grandmaster versus a Grandmaster, a ZvT matchup on Frost, spawning in the lower left position. We have from Lowland Lions, it's going to be Jona, the blue Zerg player. Opposing him in the lower right is going to be a barcode player playing the red Terran pieces. Now, regarding Jona, I know he is on the team of Lowland Lions, but I am not entirely sure if this is actually him, since he is missing the clan tag here. But given the fact that he is ranked as GM on this account, I would wager a guess that he is the real Jona. You can follow him on Twitter at Jona_SC2. He's a pretty damn good player, originating from Netherlands, yeah, let's see how this game shapes up. On this map, since this is a 4 spawn point map, it's not at all uncommon for both players to go with an eco build, and we can already see Jona going to put down a 15 hatchery down here at his natural expansion. His opponent probably going to go with a command center first himself. This is a very economical opening for the Terran player. It does set you behind on your army strength a little bit, and you can follow this up with either a single or double Rex play. With a single Rex play, you can actually take both your refineries at the same time following that, or you can just get a second Rex instead. It's all 150 minerals, so it just depends on what you want to do, what you want to follow this up. Jona going with a gas and then with a pool afterwards. He's only mining with 2 drones off of the gas, which is a little bit interesting to me. It should time in such a way that when the pool finishes, Jona will have just 100 gas to spend on the link speed. He knows that his opponent is not in the top left. He has seen the SCV with the Overlord, however. And he hasn't drone scouted either. Some players tend to drone scout this location cross spawn and let the Overlords kind of scout the lower corners, or generally the corners of the base. We can already see the Terran is following up with a single refinery off of that single barracks. Getting a Marine probably will be following this up with a factory once he hits 100 gas, but he can also go for a reactor on the barracks. The SCV has scouted Jona's position, but has been taken out. Link speed is happily ticking away, and Jona has pulled all the drones off gas, so he's looking to go into a fast third base, no doubt here, as link speed all-ins probably would not have worked. And he saw the timing of on the barracks, so he knows what kind of build this is. He knows this is command center first, already sending his lings all the way across the map to try and do some damage, or maybe just keep an eye out for scouting, as it seems. He could run the lings past the bunker, but that would not be very efficient to do, and he would most probably lose all of his lings just for a little bit of scouting information and no additional gain. Let's see, the link speed is just about to finish up, and I am going to be curious to see where Jona's money will be spent to, or into what will it go. Here we have the switch with the barracks and the factory. Hellions will be on the way after this, as the Terran player is just finishing his wall off in case any kind of aggression comes, such as bailing all-ins or any of the sort. He has seen, however, that the gas has not been mined after Jona got the first 100 gas, so likelihood of Jona going for an all-in is very low. The Terran player knows this. Jona is actually taking a third base here in the center of the map. This is a wise decision, considering that this base right here would be too close to the Terran player's base. And let's see, we have a starport that's going to attach itself onto the stack lab Another tech lab being built on the racks. This one will be for Stim, and this one will be for Banshees. Maybe optionally even. Yes, there it is. The cloak going down. 2 Hellions already being a little bit obnoxious here. Trying to bother our Zerg player Jona, getting double evolution chambers and adding on additional gases. He does have that third base. He ideally wants to be droning that up very, very hard. The first Banshee is almost completed. Is Jona catching on to the fact that the Terran player is following up with Banshees? He does see additional Hellions coming out with these links, not really paying attention, unfortunately, there. And a second command center, a third command center, excuse me, going down for the Terran player as the first Banshee flies out. The Hellions are still here out on the map. Jona sees them, and well, he's still trying to drone. He does have 3 queens over here to try and defend versus these Hellions. They are on hold position, so that's fine. And now the Overlord is maybe going to see the Banshee. It definitely does see additional racks being put on. It does see the starport, and yeah, he's looking for the tech lab. He sees the tech lab. Spores are going down immediately as a result of that. Lair is on the way, but that's going to be quite some time before it finishes. And these queens are still defending versus these Hellions. Where is the one Banshee at? I have to wonder. There is the second one, I believe. Now that's actually the first one. Second one joining the first from the main base, and looks like the Terran player is not going to be going for a double-pronged attack, instead trying to pressure with the Hellions and the Banshees at the same time. But Jona, he has 3 queens over here, and that pretty much means that those Hellions will not be able to do as much. Those queens will be very important to defend versus those Banshees. And the lair is almost done, which means we will have Overseer on the way. Queens are under fire, however. Good transfuses coming in from Jona as the Lynx try and get us around on the Hellions, and they do pick off 2 of those Hellions. The high energy queen is getting targeted down, but here's the Spore to save the day and provide detection for Jona. Well, both Banshees still alive though. Good job by the Terran player. Microing those, and Jona can go for a little bit of a counter-attack here right now, since he will be incurring some damage here from those Banshees. He might as well put some return in return onto the Terran player. And now with the Spire on the way and the Overseers, Jona will just have to defend this. Here are the 5 Bendings trying to target down the bunker, not being successful. Terran player target firing those Bendings down before they blow up the bunker, denying access to those Lings. In terms of workers, Jona is pretty much saturated on 3 bases right now. Takes out 1 Banshee. That's going to allow him to breathe a little bit easier here. He does have Overlord speed as well, so he can further scout the Terran player, denying the 3rd base from coming down here. The Terran player will have to take care of this 1 pesky Ling before he can land his command center. There we go. And yeah, Jona, he can either right now he can either go for pressure and try to pressure the 3rd base, or he can take a 4th of his own. Whichever he decides to do, he has to prepare for an attack that is incoming from the Terran player. He sees the Banshees over the creep, making a reappearance right here, and a big ground army here for the Terran player. We have a couple of Bailings, a lot of Lings here. Jona ideally wants to spend all of his gas on Mutalisks, and here we go. There are no Widow Mines with this, remember, so it's all going to come down to the connection of the Bailings. It looks like Jona will narrowly not clean this up. He still has quite enough to defend and forces a liftoff there. Now the mines are coming in, and this will make any further fights for Jona a little bit more difficult. The Mutalisks are out, however, only 5 of them. 5 Mutalisks do help a little bit, but you have to be really careful, as they don't yet have the DPS to one-shot mines or medevacs or any of the sort. Meanwhile, the Terran player is just continuing to clear the creep here. And this is going to limit Jona's vision. We can already see how much less, if that even makes sense, he sees out on the map. He is taking his 4th base as soon as he sees the attack has been repelled. It's a little bit misplaced, I feel like. It's a little bit to the north than it should have been. Regarding the upgrades, Jona is a little bit ahead. His 2-2 is about to finish, so he'll have a good position to fight, essentially. Has to be careful with these Mutalisks, though. Oh, he loses almost 2 Mutalisks there completely needlessly, but look at the number of links Jona is sporting on the map right now. 40 more incoming. He is up on supply to the Terran player. Takes out the, or tries to take out the drop in the main base while the main attack is focused on advancing forward onto his third base. The drop in the main base is still kind of alive. Jona not really splitting his army up in the most effective manner. Probably a couple of drones will go down here. Maybe even a queen has gone down there as well. Yes, probably it has. The Mutalisks, for the time being, will be enough to clean this up. And right now, Jona can go counter-harassing his opponent. His fourth base is up. That's going to be the next target for the Terran player. He's got a lot of medevacs here. Still decent number of Marines. 12 Mutalisks, 26 Marines will make those Mutalisks a little bit careful when engaging. But Jona definitely wants to start harassing here. He cannot let the Terran player just play like this and get away with this sort of aggression without taking any damage to his economy. The thing is, the Barcode's Terran player in the red is constantly pressuring Jona into defending, so he can't really move out with these Mutalisks because you need those in conjunction with the Lings to fend off the Terran army. Nice move by Jona. He's got a counter-attacking force of Lings prepared, and oh, he tries to get a surround on the Marines. Mines go off, triggering them. Nice engagement by Jona there, triggering the mines and thus weakening the force of the Terran player considerably. I don't know what happened over here, but we have another engagement in the center. Jona is pushing the Terran player back fervently, and oh, this is going to be a very, very close engagement. But as the banelings run out, if they don't get the best connection, Jona might be forced to pull back over here, as there are still a lot of Marines remaining. They're getting into a good position, even loading up into the bunker, and now Jona can hit the third base. There are no missile turrets here, just one bunker that can be targeted down, as well as the missile turret over here. The third base will take some damage, most probably the SCV line. After taking out a couple of depots, a bunker, and the missile turret, Jona retreats and regroups. Those Mutalisks, however, still being a little bit pesky. Mines not being burrowed, and the Terran player doing his best to defend. Jona taking additional gases at his fourth base. Still no infestation pit for Jona, however, so he cannot continue into 3-3 upgrades, which the Terran player is already doing. Wow, he actually built 3 engineering bays. What the hell? This is not what you usually see Terran players do. This must have been a mistake. Fourth base, excuse me, has been scouted by Jona. He's trying to target that down, probably will not get it, as there are way too many Marines for those Mutalisks to engage into, and they do chase them away. Back here, Jona has been untouched since the drop in the main a couple of minutes ago, and he's still trying to attack both the third and the fourth base of the Terran player. Couple of Lings nibbling away at the supply depot and force a lot of mining time to be lost. Another group of Lings coming in. Jona probably surmised that this force will retreat after the harass has been dealt with, but that has not happened. Still, he's got a lot of Mutalisks here, and an Overseer with them as well. Oh, but the Banelings are rolling in. A lot of them got targeted down, in fact, and great splits from the Terran player. Alas, that did not prevent the fourth base from coming down, so that's a net loss for the Terran player. And Jona is essentially in a very good position right now. He's on 4 bases to 3. He just took out the fourth base of the Terran player. His muta count is continuously rising. He is up on 24 mutas versus 42 Marines. Still, you know, not enough mutas to face the Marines one-on-one, and the Thor is on the field as well. But Jona is doing a great job harassing the Terran here, picking up supply depots wherever he can, and he's almost maxed. So now would be the perfect time to actually get that infestation pit and try to go into Hive so that he can continue his upgrades. The Terran player probably decided that he's had enough. He's not even attempting to take a fourth base. Really wants to make sure that those missile turrets are as effective as possible, getting the high-sec auto-tracking, and well, being down to 45 SCVs, Jona has done a great job harassing his mineral lines, and he's even continuing to do that. Snipes the missile turret and gets a couple more SCV kills, but the Marine Force is moving towards his 4th base. Jona is going to take out the 2nd though, and this essentially puts the Terran player in a kind of an all-in position where he needs to trade bases right now with the 3rd player. He needs to take out 1 or 2 hatcheries of Jona in order to get back into this game. He's down almost 80 supply. The 4th base does go down. Jona, instead of defending with the Mutalisks, decides that it is the most opportune time to take out the 3rd base. He still has a lot of ground forces over here to try and defend a 3rd. Evacuating the drones. Perfect decision making there by Jona. And yeah, he can actually, if he doesn't want to fight with the mutas, which it looks like he reconsidered and he is going to, he could have camped the production of the Terran player. The 3rd base of Jona will go down. He's got enough minerals to rebuild both of those bases. The Widow Mines will be huge here, however the surround is so good! Banelings blowing up everything, and sort of a GG is called as the barcode does leave the game. I hope you guys have enjoyed the cast here on BelleNOiR TV channel. If you don't mind, I would like to invite you to check out my live stream sometimes as well. Thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you enjoy the cast, please don't forget to like, share or subscribe to the channel for more content in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe and have fun with Starcraft. See you later.